Hey Rob, here's a question I got in class. How do you use Scrum for hardware development?
Oh, that's a fantastic one. So I've got lots of thoughts on it. I wrote a blog on this. So basically, hardware development is also a complex activity. And what I mean by complex, just there are a lot of unknowns. If you're developing something new in hardware, that is. If you're just making the same thing over and over, we're not even going to talk about that. That's manufacturing. We're not talking about manufacturing. We're talking about inventing a new solution. So the most common ways people are implementing Scrum in hardware is by setting these fixed boundaries of sprints, 30 days or less, and trying to build a new version of their hardware product in that time frame. And so if you're in this sort of an organization that you're sending your boards to another country where they're populating the circuit board with parts and then sending it back and that takes 6 weeks, this isn't going to work for you.
Right.
The best way to make this happen is through rapid prototyping. You end up finding that it's surprisingly less expensive to in-house all of the development board work than it would be to wait for all the delays and then deal with all the mistakes as you're cycling through these new versions of a board. And so the fastest companies are doing all the prototyping in-house, they're building the boards in-house, they're discovering problems far sooner, and they're able to incrementally build new components or new parts that enhance this product over time. Now, in a lot of cases, you're still not going to release the finished product until everything is in place and it's production quality, but you can build up a new version of it, iterating over these subsystems that all plug into one another, and even add the firmware throughout that process or the software that may live on it, such that you're eliminating all the risks that you can possibly eliminate by getting to these checkpoints of done and testable components. Other ideas around that are designing for modularity. So if it turns out I can plug this system into another system, for example, like a cellular chip, if you make these cellular boards that plug in, you could go from a third generation to a fourth generation chip, and then all you have to do is deal with the software around it. So in under 3 minutes, basically you're basically aiming for rapid prototyping abilities. A lot of companies don't have it, so you're going to have to invest in that. Automated testing, if you don't have that, you're going to have to invest in it as well.
Sure.
And the pure mindset of respecting these boundaries of one sprint and engineering a solution to prototype something that can be tested by the end of that sprint. Saying I give up, oh, that's the easy way out of this. But think about how can you build an incremental enhancement on a board in just a sprint or less. That's really the big thing.
All right, you know the drill. This is YouTube after all, so this is where I ask you to click the thumbs up, click the subscribe button, hit the bell, or whatever else YouTube's come up with these days for you to get our videos delivered to you. Or even better, in our description below, there's a link where you can get these videos delivered straight to your inbox.
Did you know we teach professional Scrum courses? If not, check the links in the description for information about how you can join one of our professional Scrum courses and hang out with us.